God says, "My child, come closer. Sit with me for a moment. I know your heart feels unusually heavy today. I know there is a quiet ache you cannot explain, a tightness in your chest that comes and goes, a sadness that rises without permission. You try to distract yourself, you try to stay strong, but something inside you already knows. Something inside you has been sensing a change, a shift, a goodbye forming in the silence. My child, this message did not reach you by accident. I am speaking to you now because your soul is already trembling. You have felt it in the way your thoughts return to one person again and again. You have felt it in the sudden tears that come when you are alone, in the moments when your smile feels forced, in the nights when sleep escapes you even though your body is tired. You have been asking quietly, without words, why does it feel like I am losing them even though they are still here? I hear that question. I have always heard it. Your soulmate has been saying goodbye long before you realized it. Not with their lips, but with their energy. Not with harsh words, but with distance that slowly grew. Not because love disappeared, but because something inside them began to break, and they did not know how to let you see it. My child, this is why your heart has been restless. This is why you feel an ache even on days when nothing seems wrong. Love recognizes shifts before the mind does. Souls speak to each other in ways the world cannot understand. And your soul has been receiving messages of farewell in whispers, in dreams, in sudden waves of emotion. I want you to know something very clearly before the tears come. This goodbye is not punishment. This goodbye is not proof that you were not enough. This goodbye is not a rejection of your love. You have been enough from the beginning. Your soulmate did not wake up one day and decide to walk away from you. This goodbye formed slowly, quietly, in moments when they felt overwhelmed, unworthy, exhausted, and afraid. They smiled in front of you while carrying storms inside. They listened to your voice while wondering if they were hurting you just by staying. They loved you deeply while believing they might destroy you if they remained. My child, you sense this because love is sensitive. Love notices when warmth cools, when words change tone, when presence becomes partial. You tried to hold on tighter, didn't you? You prayed harder. You gave more of yourself. You stayed patient, hoping the distance would close again. But love cannot heal what someone refuses to bring into the light. Your soulmate has been drowning in thoughts they never shared. Thoughts of failure. Thoughts of guilt. Thoughts that whispered, "They deserve better than me." And instead of reaching for your hand, they began preparing themselves to let go. This is why your chest feels heavy today. This is why your heart feels tired in a way sleep cannot fix. My child, I need you to breathe with me right now. Slowly. Gently. You are safe here. Even in this pain, you are not alone. I know you are afraid of what this goodbye might look like. You are afraid of the moment when words finally fall, or silence becomes permanent. You are afraid of how deeply it will hurt, because you did not love halfway. You loved fully, honestly, with hope and faith and dreams of a future that felt real. And that is why this hurts so much. But listen to me carefully, my child. Feeling this pain does not mean you are weak. Crying does not mean you are losing faith. Preparing your heart does not mean you are giving up. It means you are human. It means you loved sincerely. It means your heart is alive. Your soulmate is not walking away because you failed. They are stepping back because they feel lost within themselves. They are afraid their brokenness will stain your light. They believe leaving is an act of protection, not abandonment. That does not make the pain smaller, I know. But it changes the meaning of it. Right now, you may be replaying memories in your mind. The laughter. The promises. The moments that felt sacred and rare. You may be wondering how something so beautiful could lead to something so painful. You may be asking me why I allowed this bond to form if it was going to hurt you like this. My child, some loves come not to stay forever, but to awaken parts of your soul that were asleep. Some connections teach you how deeply you can feel, how fiercely you can love, how much strength lives inside you even when your heart breaks. This goodbye does not erase what was real. It does not cancel the love you shared. It does not mean the connection was a mistake. It means a chapter is trembling at its ending. I know you are trying to prepare yourself. You tell yourself to be strong, to not cry too much, to accept whatever happens with dignity. But my child, I do not want you to harden your heart. I want you to let yourself feel. Tears are not your enemy. They are release. They are prayer when words fail. You do not need to rush healing. You do not need to understand everything right now. All I ask is that you stay honest with me. Bring me your fear. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your ache. I can carry what you cannot. This goodbye, whether spoken or silent, will feel like something is being torn from you. There will be moments when you reach for your phone instinctively. Moments when you want to share something and remember you cannot. Moments when the absence feels louder than any argument ever was. And in those moments, my child, I will be right there. I will sit with you in the silence. I will hold you through the waves of grief. I will remind you, again and again, that your worth did not leave with them. You are not being emptied. You are being prepared. I know that sentence is hard to accept right now. Preparation does not feel gentle. Growth does not feel kind in the moment. But there is something forming within you that could not be born without this breaking. You are learning how to stand without leaning on another soul. You are learning how to love without losing yourself. You are learning how to trust me even when answers are delayed. This goodbye is not the end of your story. It is the end of a version of you that believed love must always stay to be real. My child, I need you to hear this deeply. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to miss them. You are allowed to grieve what you hoped would be. But do not let this pain convince you that you will never be loved like this again. Do not let this moment shrink your heart. Do not close yourself off because one chapter is ending. Your soulmate's goodbye does not define your future. It does not limit what I have planned for you. It does not reduce the love waiting ahead. For now, rest in me. Let the tears come if they need to. You do not have to be brave yet. You only have to stay open. I am still writing your story. And I promise you, my child, this pain will not be wasted. My beloved child. I know your heart is still tender from what I revealed to you. I know the tears may not have fully dried yet, and the questions may be growing louder instead of quieter. That is why I am speaking to you again now. I do not want you to sit in confusion. I do not want you to blame yourself. I do not want your mind to create stories that will hurt you more than the truth ever could. Come, rest your thoughts in me for a moment. The goodbye your soulmate is preparing is not born from a lack of love. This is important. If you hold on to only one truth today, let it be this: their heart still carries you. Their soul still recognizes yours. But love alone does not silence fear, and it does not heal wounds that have been hidden for too long. Your soulmate has been fighting a battle you were never meant to fight for them. A battle of self-worth, of identity, of feeling like they are always falling short. They look at you and see light, stability, hope. And instead of feeling inspired, they feel exposed. They wonder how someone so genuine could love someone who feels so broken inside. My child, this is why they pull away when you try to come closer. This is why conversations feel strained, why their energy changes suddenly, why warmth turns into distance without explanation. They are not running from you. They are running from the version of themselves they cannot stand to face. They carry guilt like a weight on their chest. Guilt for not being emotionally present enough. Guilt for not meeting their own expectations. Guilt for the moments they felt numb when they wanted to feel deeply. And each time they sense your patience, your understanding, your unwavering love, that guilt grows heavier. They tell themselves, I am hurting them by staying. They whisper, they deserve peace, not my chaos. And instead of opening their wounds to you, they decide to disappear quietly. My beloved child, this is not something you caused. You did not love too much. You did not ask for too much. You did not fail to support them. You offered your heart with sincerity, and that scared someone who was already afraid of their own shadows. I know you have replayed moments in your mind, searching for the exact place where things began to change. You analyze words, tones, silences. You wonder if one conversation, one reaction, one misunderstanding could have altered everything. Let me ease your mind. This was forming long before you noticed it. The seeds of this goodbye were planted in wounds that existed before you entered their life. Your presence did not create their pain. It only illuminated it. Your soulmate has been smiling through exhaustion. They have been pretending to be strong while feeling empty. And in moments of honesty with themselves, they fear that if they stay, they will eventually break down in front of you. They fear you will see them at their lowest and walk away. So they choose to walk away first. My child, this is a defense, not a rejection. They believe leaving is a way to protect you from disappointment. They believe stepping back is an act of love, even though it feels like abandonment to you. They are trying to control the pain by choosing it, rather than waiting for it to surprise them. This does not make the pain easier, I know. Knowing the reason does not stop your heart from aching. But it can stop the poison of self-blame from spreading inside you. You are not unlovable. You are not replaceable. You are not too much. You were simply loving someone who did not yet know how to love themselves. My beloved child, there is something else I need you to understand. Your soulmate has been afraid of your strength. Not because it threatens them, but because it reflects what they feel they lack. When you speak with hope, they hear their own doubts. When you stand with faith, they feel their own uncertainty. When you believe in the future, they are reminded of how lost they feel. And instead of letting you lift them, they sink deeper into themselves. They did not want you to see their cracks. They wanted to be whole for you. And when they realized they could not become that version of themselves fast enough, they chose distance. This is why their goodbye feels so sudden to you, yet so long in the making to them. My child, you may be wondering if love will ever feel safe again. You may be asking yourself whether opening your heart was a mistake. I tell you gently now, loving deeply is never a mistake. Even when it hurts, it shapes you into someone more compassionate, more aware, more alive. Do not regret your softness. The world needs hearts like yours. Your soulmate's struggle does not diminish the beauty of what you shared. It does not erase the laughter, the comfort, the connection that felt rare and sacred. Those moments were real because you were real. But I must also prepare you for something important. You cannot heal someone who refuses to face themselves. You cannot love someone into wholeness if they are determined to run from their own pain. This is not your failure, it is a boundary of the human heart. You did what you could. And what you could was enough. Right now, your task is not to chase them, to explain yourself again, or to carry their burden in silence. Your task is to stay grounded in truth. To remember who you are even as someone steps away. To trust that I am holding both of you, even if you are walking separate paths for now. I see your tears. I collect them. Each one matters to me. There will be moments when you want answers directly from them. Moments when you wish they would just be honest, just say everything, just explain. And maybe they will, or maybe they won't. Sometimes people leave without giving closure because they themselves do not understand their own hearts. But I will give you clarity even when others cannot. This goodbye is not the end of love in your life. It is the end of loving someone who was not ready to stay. And that truth, painful as it is, will one day feel like mercy. For now, let yourself grieve without judgment. Let yourself miss them without shame. You are not weak for hurting. You are strong for feeling. Stay with me, my beloved child. The hardest part is not behind you yet, but neither is the healing. My beloved child. I know your heart is trembling now. I know there is a quiet fear rising inside you, the kind that does not scream but slowly tightens around your chest. This is the moment you have been sensing, the emotional breaking point you tried to prepare for but could never truly imagine. And I am here with you in it. You are not facing this alone. This part of the journey is the hardest, because it is where hope and reality collide. It is where your heart still wants to believe, but your soul already knows. It is where you feel yourself standing at the edge of something painful, waiting for the fall, wishing it could somehow be avoided. My child, I want you to listen closely now. The goodbye may not come with dramatic words. It may not come with a long explanation or a clear ending. For some, the goodbye arrives as silence. For others, it comes as a change in tone, fewer messages, delayed replies, emotional withdrawal. And for some, it comes as a conversation they have rehearsed in their mind but never wanted to speak aloud. However it arrives, it will feel like the ground beneath you shifts. You may feel shock even though you sensed it coming. You may feel disbelief even though your heart warned you. This is not weakness. This is love struggling to let go of what it hoped would stay. When the moment comes, when you realize they are truly stepping back, I do not want you to panic. I do not want you to beg, to shrink yourself, to abandon your dignity just to keep them near. Not because you are wrong for wanting them, but because chasing someone who is leaving will only deepen the wound. My child, love does not need to be chased. What is meant to stay will not require you to break yourself to hold it. There will be a moment when words fail you. When you want to say so much but feel frozen. Or perhaps you will speak everything at once and still feel unheard. Either way, know this, your feelings are valid, even if they are not received the way you hoped. You are allowed to say, "This hurts." You are allowed to say, "I don't understand." You are allowed to say nothing at all. Silence, too, can be an act of strength. I know your instinct will be to replay the conversation afterward. To analyze every sentence. To wonder if you should have said more or less. My child, be gentle with yourself. In moments of emotional rupture, perfection is impossible. You spoke from a wounded heart, and that is enough. After the goodbye, spoken or unspoken, there will be a hollow space where their presence used to be. This is where the pain feels sharpest. This is where mornings feel heavier and nights feel endless. This is where memories rise without warning and knock the breath out of you. You may feel like you are unraveling. Like you are losing a part of yourself. And in some ways, you are. You are shedding a version of you that was intertwined with them. That kind of loss is real, and it deserves to be honored. Do not rush this grief. I see you trying to stay strong for everyone else. I see you smiling when your heart is breaking. I see you telling yourself to move on quickly, to not dwell, to be okay. But my child, healing does not respond to pressure. It responds to honesty. Cry when you need to. Let the tears come without apology. Tears are not a setback, they are a cleansing. They are the body's way of releasing what words cannot carry. There will be moments when you reach for comfort in memories. You may reread old messages, revisit old places, replay shared laughter in your mind. This does not mean you are stuck. It means your heart is processing. Over time, these memories will soften. They will hurt less. But for now, let them pass through you without judgment. I know there will be nights when sleep escapes you. When your thoughts spiral and your chest feels tight. In those moments, come to me. Speak my name. Even if all you can say is, "Help, I will understand." You may also feel anger rising, anger at them, at yourself, even at me. This, too, is part of grief. Do not be afraid of it. Anger does not mean you lack faith. It means you are human and hurting. Bring that anger to me instead of letting it harden you. My child, I want you to remember something vital during this breaking point. You are not being abandoned by life. You are being redirected. This separation is painful because it is significant. It mattered because you mattered. But pain does not mean permanence. What feels unbearable now will one day feel survivable, and eventually, it will feel transformative. There will come a day when you wake up and the weight is lighter. It will surprise you. It will not mean you forgot them. It will mean you have begun to carry the love differently. Until then, take this moment one breath at a time. 1 hour at a time. 1 day at a time. Do not isolate yourself completely. Let safe people support you. Let kindness reach you, even if it feels undeserved. You do not need to go through this alone to prove your strength. And when your mind tries to convince you that this goodbye defines your worth, speak truth over it. Say, "I was loved. I loved sincerely. I am still whole." Because you are. This breaking point is not where you end. It is where you learn how resilient your heart truly is. It is where you learn that even when love leaves, you remain. I am walking with you through this valley. I am holding you when you feel like you might fall apart. I am guiding you toward a version of yourself that will one day look back and say, "That pain changed me, but it did not destroy me." Stay with me, my beloved child. The goodbye is not the final word. My beloved child. You have crossed the moment you feared. The goodbye, whether spoken clearly or felt deeply, has already brushed your soul. And now you stand in the quiet that follows. This silence feels strange, almost unreal. It is not the sharp pain of the breaking point anymore, but something deeper, slower, heavier. This is the after. This is where healing begins, even though it does not yet feel like healing. I am with you here. After the goodbye, there is often confusion. You may wake up some mornings feeling oddly calm, and then suddenly, without warning, grief crashes over you again. You may question yourself, "Why am I not okay yet?" Or, "Why does it still hurt when I thought I accepted it?" My child, healing is not a straight path. It moves like waves, coming close, pulling back, returning again. Do not be afraid of this rhythm. It is natural. Right now, you are learning how to exist without something your heart had woven into its daily life. You are learning how to sit with yourself again, without their voice, their presence, their reassurance. This can feel lonely, even frightening. But it is also sacred. Because in this space, I am gently rebuilding you. You may notice moments when you feel empty. Not sad exactly, just hollow. This emptiness is not a flaw. It is room. Room for understanding, for strength, for a deeper connection with yourself and with me. Something new cannot enter if everything inside you remains crowded with what has already passed. I know part of you still waits. You may wonder if they will come back, if this goodbye is temporary, if there will be a message, an apology, a realization. Hope does not disappear overnight. And I am not asking you to kill it. I am asking you not to live trapped inside it. Hope must rest, not cling. There is a difference between trusting me and waiting in pain. Trust allows you to breathe again. Waiting in pain keeps your heart suspended, unable to move or heal. I want you free, my child. Free to grow, free to feel again, free to become who you are meant to be, regardless of who stays or leaves. This season is teaching you how to love without losing yourself. You are beginning to see patterns you once ignored. The moments you silenced your own needs. The times you overgave hoping it would keep the connection alive. The places where you shrank your truth to protect someone else's comfort. These realizations may hurt, but they are not meant to shame you. They are meant to awaken you. You loved beautifully. And now you are learning to love wisely. Healing does not mean forgetting. It means remembering without bleeding. One day, the memories that now bring tears will bring softness instead. Gratitude, perhaps. Or quiet understanding. You will see the connection for what it truly was. Not what you hoped it would become, but what it actually gave you. And what it gave you was not nothing. It showed you your capacity for devotion. It showed you your emotional depth. It showed you the kind of love you desire and deserve. My child, as you rebuild, you may feel drawn to solitude. This is not isolation, this is restoration. Your soul needs quiet to rearrange itself. Do not feel guilty for pulling back from noise, from constant explanations, from people who do not understand your pain. Protect your energy gently. At the same time, do not close your heart completely. Let light enter in small ways. A walk. A prayer. A deep breath. A moment of beauty. Healing often arrives quietly, disguised as ordinary moments. There will be days when you feel strong, almost proud of how far you've come. And there will be days when a single song, place, or scent brings everything back. When that happens, do not scold yourself. Say instead, "This is part of my becoming." I am reshaping your heart, not hardening it. You are learning something precious now. Love is not proven by how much you endure. It is not proven by how much pain you tolerate. True love, whether from another or from yourself, does not require you to abandon your peace. This understanding is growing inside you, slowly but surely. My child, I want you to hear this clearly: the goodbye did not reduce your value. It refined it. You are emerging with clearer boundaries, deeper self-respect, and a stronger sense of who you are. This is not loss, this is transformation. You may still ask, why did this have to happen? And while I may not answer fully yet, know this: nothing that leaves your life without your consent was meant to define your future. Some things end so that better alignment can begin. I am preparing you for love that feels safe, not anxious. For connection that does not require constant effort to maintain. For a presence that chooses you freely, not out of fear or obligation. Until then, your task is simple, though not easy: be gentle with yourself. Speak kindly to your own heart. Rest when you need to. Celebrate small victories, like getting through a day without tears, or crying and still choosing to keep going. You are doing better than you think. This season is not about replacing what you lost. It is about reclaiming what you gave away. Your time. Your energy. Your voice. Your sense of self. Piece by piece, I am returning these things to you. And one day, my beloved child, you will look back at this chapter not with bitterness, but with gratitude for how it shaped you. You will see that the goodbye was not the end of love, it was the end of confusion. Stay with me in this rebuilding. You are not behind. You are becoming. My beloved child. Come, sit with me one last time in this chapter. I know your heart is tired now, not just from pain, but from the long journey of feeling, releasing, understanding, and rebuilding. You have cried tears you never thought you could survive. You have faced silence that once terrified you. And yet, here you are. Still breathing. Still standing. Still open. This is where I want to speak peace into every corner of your soul. The goodbye that once felt like an ending is no longer screaming inside you. It may still ache softly, like a scar that reminds you of what was real. But it no longer owns you. And that is how I know you are healing. My child, I want to answer the question you have been carrying quietly: was this goodbye permanent, or was it temporary? Listen to me gently now. Not every goodbye is meant to be understood immediately. Some goodbyes are pauses, others are closures, and some are transformations disguised as loss. What matters more than the label is this truth: nothing that is truly meant for you will be lost in my hands. If someone is meant to return, they will return healed, not half-broken. If someone is not meant to stay, they will make space for something more aligned, more peaceful, more nourishing to your soul. Either way, you do not lose. I know there were nights when you prayed for clarity, begging me to tell you whether to hold on or let go. I heard those prayers. And instead of giving you a simple answer, I gave you strength. Strength to survive the waiting. Strength to endure uncertainty. Strength to choose yourself even when your heart wanted to disappear into another. That strength is not accidental. You earned it through surrender. My beloved child, you are no longer the same person who first felt that goodbye forming. You have grown quieter inside, but deeper. Softer, but stronger. You have learned how to sit with your emotions without drowning in them. You have learned that love does not leave you empty, it reveals what needs healing. And now, healing has taken root. I see you beginning to smile again, not the forced smiles of survival, but small, genuine ones that come from peace. I see moments when laughter surprises you. I see days when their absence no longer defines your mood. These are signs of renewal, even if you do not recognize them yet. You are entering a new season. This season is not loud. It does not rush. It unfolds gently, like morning light after a long night. In this season, you will rediscover joy without fear. You will trust without losing yourself. You will love without begging to be chosen. Because you already know your worth. My child, let me bless you now. I bless your heart with peace where there was once confusion. I bless your mind with clarity where there was once doubt. I bless your spirit with hope that does not depend on another's presence. I release you from the need to replay the past. I release you from the burden of what-ifs. I release you from the belief that love must hurt to be real. You are not behind in life. You are not late. You are not forgotten. I am guiding you toward connections that feel calm, not chaotic. Toward love that feels chosen, not questioned. Toward a future where your heart does not have to brace itself before opening. And if your soulmate ever thinks of you, and they will, I want you to know this: you were not a lesson they regret. You were a love they will always respect, even if they could not stay. That is not failure. That is impact. My beloved child, from this moment forward, I want you to walk lighter. You do not need to carry the weight of that goodbye anymore. It served its purpose. It awakened you. It strengthened you. And now, it can rest. Lift your face toward what is ahead. I am opening doors you cannot yet see. I am aligning hearts that will meet you in wholeness. I am restoring joy in ways that will surprise you. Your story did not end with a goodbye. It began again with self-love, faith, and quiet courage. Go now with peace in your heart. Go knowing you are deeply loved, by me, and by the life I am preparing for you. And remember this always, my child: nothing real is ever lost. It only transforms. My beloved child. Come even closer now. This is not an extra part by accident. This is the part your soul asked for quietly, the part your tears summoned, the part your heart needed when words ran out. I am here to seal what was broken, to soothe what still aches, and to speak life into the places that feel tired from hoping, loving, and surviving. You have come so far. And I need you to pause for a moment and truly see yourself. You survived a goodbye that once felt impossible. You survived nights when your chest felt too heavy to breathe, mornings when getting out of bed felt like a battle, moments when the world kept moving while you felt frozen in grief. You survived questioning your worth, your timing, your heart. And still, you chose not to harden. That alone tells me how rare your soul is. My child, there is something sacred about the way you love. You do not love lightly. You do not connect carelessly. When you give your heart, you give it with honesty, depth, and faith. That is why the goodbye cut so deeply, because what you offered was real. But hear me clearly now: your depth was never your weakness. Your sensitivity was never your flaw. Your loyalty was never a mistake. The world may tell you to be colder, to care less, to protect yourself by closing your heart. I tell you something different. I tell you to be wise, not closed. To be discerning, not distant. To protect your peace without betraying your nature. You do not need to become someone else to avoid pain. You need only to become more rooted in who you already are. My beloved child, the love you lost did not take your future with it. It only took a version of the dream that no longer fit who you are becoming. You were growing, and the connection could not grow with you in the same way. That does not diminish its meaning, it completes it. Right now, something beautiful is happening inside you, even if you cannot fully feel it yet. Your heart is learning how to rest without clinging. Your spirit is learning how to trust without fear. Your soul is learning that love does not need to be proven through suffering. You are unlearning the belief that abandonment is something you must earn. I want to talk to you about the fear that still visits you sometimes. The fear that whispers, "What if this happens again?" The fear that tells you to guard your heart so tightly that nothing can enter. My child, fear is understandable, but it does not get to lead your life. You were not created to live braced for loss. You were created to live open to love. Yes, wisdom will walk with you now. Yes, you will notice red flags sooner. Yes, you will honor your boundaries more fiercely. But you will not shut down. You will not shrink. You will not dim your light just to avoid another goodbye. Because love that is aligned will not ask you to bleed to stay. There will come a day, quietly, unexpectedly, when you realize you are no longer waiting. No longer checking. No longer hoping for a message that never comes. And when that day arrives, do not feel guilty. Do not think you have forgotten. You have not. You have healed. Healing does not erase love. It simply changes how it lives inside you. And then, my child, something new will begin to stir. Not a replacement, not a distraction, but a connection that feels different from the start. Calmer. Clearer. Safer. It will not trigger anxiety or confusion. It will not make you question your worth or your place. It will feel like being chosen without having to fight for it. You will notice the difference immediately. This love will not rush you, because it will not fear losing you. This love will not hide, because it will have nothing to be ashamed of. This love will meet you where you are, not where you pretend to be. And when it comes, you will understand why I asked you to let go before receiving it. But even if that day feels far away right now, I want you to know this: your life is already full of meaning. You are not incomplete because someone left. You are not paused because a chapter ended. You are living, growing, becoming, right now. Every breath you take is progress. Every boundary you honor is healing. Every time you choose kindness toward yourself, you are rewriting your story. My beloved child, I bless the days ahead of you. I bless the mornings when peace greets you instead of heaviness. I bless the nights when sleep comes easily and dreams are gentle. I bless the moments when laughter returns without effort. I bless your heart with resilience that does not harden. I bless your mind with clarity that does not obsess. I bless your soul with hope that does not depend on outcomes. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. I am doing more for you than you can see right now. One day, you will look back at this season and realize it was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you. To bring you home to yourself. To teach you that love begins with the way you treat your own heart. And when that realization settles in, you will smile, not because the pain never existed, but because it no longer controls you. Go forward now, my beloved child. Go lighter. Go wiser. Go knowing that you are deeply protected, deeply guided, and deeply loved. I am with you, always. My beloved child. This is the closing whisper for your heart. Not a loud ending, not a dramatic promise, just truth, peace, and rest. You have walked through sorrow without losing your soul. You have faced loss without letting it make you bitter. That is rare. That is sacred. And I want you to know how proud I am of you. There was a time when you thought this goodbye would destroy you. You believed you would not survive the silence, the emptiness, the sudden absence of someone who once felt like home. But look at you now. You are still breathing. Still loving. Still open to life. The pain did not break you, it shaped you. My child, some chapters end quietly so the next ones can begin gently. Not everything needs an explanation to have meaning. Not every ending needs closure to bring peace. Sometimes, acceptance itself is the closure. I want you to release the final weight you are still carrying, the need to be remembered in a certain way. The need for them to realize what they lost. The need for justice through regret. You do not need validation from someone who could not stay. Your worth was never decided by their capacity to love. Let them go with love, not resentment. Let yourself move forward without guilt. You are allowed to choose peace even if others remain confused. My beloved child, I am closing this chapter not with loss, but with alignment. You are now standing in a place where your heart and your destiny can finally meet. The noise has quieted. The lessons have settled. The wounds are no longer bleeding. Ahead of you is a season of calm strength. You will no longer chase connection, you will recognize it. You will no longer explain your value, you will embody it. You will no longer beg to be chosen. You will walk away from anything that does not choose you freely. This is growth. This is maturity. This is love refined. I bless you with courage to trust again, without fear ruling your heart. I bless you with discernment to see clearly, without suspicion clouding your joy. I bless you with companionship that feels peaceful, not heavy. You will love again, not because you forgot, but because you healed. And when you do, it will feel different. It will feel like rest. Like coming home after a long journey. Like being seen without having to prove anything. Until then, live fully. Laugh freely. Love yourself deeply. Do not rush what is unfolding. I am ahead of you, preparing what your heart has always deserved. My child, you are safe now. You are whole now. You are ready now. Go in peace. I am always with you.